If you're about to attend a pro wrestling seminar, stop and watch this video first. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. Throughout my career, I have been very fortunate because I have worked in front of the cameras as a professional wrestler, referee, ring announcer, and commentator too. But I've also worked behind the scenes in wrestling as a promoter, booker, agent, coach, consultant, and a bunch of other jobs as well. And I bring the sum total of all those experiences right here each and every week to the Till We Make It YouTube channel. If you're not yet a member of the Till We Make It tribe, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe right now. Join the Till We Make It tribe or take your education to the next level by joining our community over on Patreon. You'll see your name added to this amazing roll call. And today's video, in fact, is dedicated to one of my patrons, Tim Murray. This one's going out to you, buddy. So, on the topic of pro wrestling seminars, let's start from the most basic of places and we're going to work our way up from there, okay? So what is a pro wrestling seminar? Well, it's a special class, and what makes it special could be who is teaching it or what the class is about. So, to give you two examples there, could the class be special if it was being taught by a guest instructor, a legend of the business, a superstar that you know from TV? Absolutely. That would make it a very special class. That could be a seminar. But it could also be what is being taught at this class. If you're going to a class dedicated to the fundamentals of lucha libre, to exotic submission holds, or cutting more effective promos, well, that could be a seminar too. And you may not hear it referred to as a seminar. You might hear it called a clinic, or a bunch of seminars lumped together are sometimes called a camp. Based on the fact that it's got a term all its own, you could probably deduce that a wrestling seminar is different from the regular classes that you already attend at the training facility where you're enrolled, at the wrestling school you are attending. And it's different not just because of who is teaching it or perhaps what is being taught, but it's also going to be different in this way. Most seminars have a fee associated with them. If someone's coming into your training facility to teach a special class, you might spend $50, $75, $100 to attend that 2, 3, 4-hour class, whatever it might be. And I have a lot of personal experience to call upon myself. I've been teaching seminars all over the globe for more than 20 years now. I've taught seminars as short as 90 minutes, and in one extreme case, when I was teaching outside of Bergamo, Italy, I did teach a seminar once that was 8 hours long. That is an experience I am not looking to repeat, not without a serious coffee break in the middle. I think it's important for you to know that the price associated with a pro wrestling seminar is not often set by the person who is teaching it. It is the person who hires them, and that could be a promoter, that could be a wrestling organization or training center that sets the price based on what it costs to hire the teacher, the special instructor to come in and deliver the seminar, the camp, whatever. And more times than not, they're looking for it to be a profitable business venture. They want to be able to not just recoup the cost of bringing in the coach, but also to make a little money to help pay the bills at the wrestling training facility or to subsidize the wrestling event that's taking place just hours after the seminar concludes. So there's a lot of factors that have to be considered when coming up with the price for a wrestling seminar. And I know many of you are hearing that right now and probably wondering, okay, but is it worth it to pay that price to attend the seminar? And that's a fine question to ask. Oh, before I go any further, please leave a like-a-palooza down below. That really does help the channel to continue to grow. Thank you for doing that. So you saw the graphic for the Ricky Steamboat seminar, or an advertisement that there's a clinic by Ultimo Dragon, and you're wondering to yourself, do I want to spend my money, take my time, and attend that class? Well, sometimes the seminar includes a description of exactly what they'll be teaching, and if that lines up with what you need, Sounds like a no-brainer to me. 9 times out of 10, yes, it's going to be worth it for you to attend. Having said as much, though, it's not always that obvious. Sometimes it's just a picture and the name of the guy who's going to be teaching and no description, no detail underneath. How do you know what you're getting yourself into? Many times you do not. And I'll tell you from my own experience, I've attended seminars, paid my money, hoping it would mean I get in the ring and do something physical. And the whole 2-hour class is someone sat on a folding chair complaining about their experience working for the WWF. There have been those occasions in which the seminar is just some grizzled but well-respected veteran who thinks kids don't know how to lock up anymore, and you spend 2 hours just doing collar and elbow tie-ups and being critiqued on every single one. And in those cases, did I feel like I really got my money's worth out of that particular seminar? I don't mind telling you, no, I did not. You wouldn't catch me going back for a second round of that. But that's not every seminar. I can't speak for every coach out there, but I can tell you how I run my seminars. After having a couple experiences like the ones I just detailed for you, which were less than satisfactory, I picked this up, not from a fellow wrestler, but from a musician, Nick Lowe. He only ever had one US radio hit. It was this. Cruel to be kind, that's a very good sign. Cruel to be kind means that I love you. I saw Nick Lowe in concert maybe 10 years back or so, and he said something like this at the end of his concert. I know that you spent your hard-earned money to be here, and you took time away from doing anything else to be in this room with me. And if you came here tonight hoping there's a certain song I would play, I want you to shout it out right now, because I'm going to do my very best to make sure you all get the experience you wanted. And I was really inspired by that experience. I took it on and just converted it into wrestling, like I do with pretty much everything I see and hear. I just convert it into wrestling. So at my seminars, I always like to make a point to ask people, what did you come here hoping to learn? Because that's my best chance to make sure they have a satisfactory experience. I want it to be worthwhile. And you need to consider what makes a seminar worthwhile to you. Yes, it might be the educational experience, but there's also a value in the networking experience. Who might you meet there that you could use to help further your professional network? Could you be handing out business cards, making more contacts, filling up the contact list in your phone with people who might be able to help you down the road? Yeah, that's entirely possible. So not only is there the educational experience to consider, there's the networking experience as well. And guaranteed you're going to leave with a story of some kind, no matter what type of seminar it might be. But consider each of these factors carefully before deciding if a seminar is worth your time and your money. These last few decades, I've been lucky enough to teach everywhere from up to the frozen north of Canada to down under in sunny Australia. And no matter where it is that I go, I find there is a certain type of wrestler that turns up for seminars, that brings the right kind of attitude. They bring the right perspective on learning. They know that there is always someone out there that knows a little bit more than they do, and they are hungry to gain that knowledge. And I have a world of respect for people who bring that attitude to our craft. At the end of the day, any seminar experience you have, satisfactory or otherwise, it's some type of investment in the future of your career. Have you ever attended a pro wrestling seminar? Tell me about your experience down below in the comments. I would love to have a discussion with you there. And appearing on screen right now is another video so you can keep on learning. Once again, thanks to Tim Murray who inspired today's video, and to all of my patrons who make this channel possible. Thank you one and all.